E-King Fight News. Eddie Hearn admits he's losing tons of money. He's losing money if his shows are not pay-per-view. E-King Fight News. More on this. That's right, I said it. Eddie Hearn basically admitted he doesn't make any money unless his fighters are fighting on pay-per-view. So guess what that means? He basically just admitted he hasn't made a dime off of Danny Jacobs. He hasn't made a dime off of Big Baby Miller. You wonder why they ain't getting big opportunities right now. I specifically am talking about Big Baby Miller. Danny Jacobs actually is involved in a very good fight. He's going to be fighting Sergey Derevyanchenko, but it's also a very high-risk fight. It's basically a crossroads battle, and if Danny Jacobs loses that fight, he might be, he might have to sit down as a middleweight, man. The dude might be forced to sit down. That's how irrelevant he might be if he loses to Sergey Derevyanchenko. Yeah? But here's the article, and you tell me what you take out of it, because to me it's an open admission that Matchroom Sport, Eddie Hearn, they ain't making money. They're really like Golden Boy. Golden Boy only makes 90% of their income is coming out of Canelo Alvarez revenues. Like it's coming from when Canelo Alvarez ends up fighting. So this is the same situation. I'm willing to bet at least 70% of that Matchroom revenue comes out of the revenue generated from Anthony Joshua. That's why he is such a central figure to Matchroom Sport in the UK, and he's basically the center of that whole DAZN roster, right? Right, because he ain't signing no big name US fighters, that's for sure. But let's take a look at this article. Shout out to World Boxing News. All right, let's check this out. Promoter Eddie Hearn has made his feelings clear. The new contenders to the Sky Sports box office pay-per-view crown. Hearn also admitted Matchroom makes the majority of their earnings from the paid format. The likes of AJ, Tony Bellew, Kell Brook, and Dillian White have all been bumped to Sky Sports box office in recent years. The movement is becoming a worryingly growing trend. So basically, all them UK fans are going to have to pay more and more because Eddie Hearn ain't making enough money. Can you believe that? Can you really honestly believe that shit? Other boxing outfits are now doing similar, which means fans are forced to fork out extra for fights on a regular basis. Joshua versus Alexander Povetkin this weekend will also be on Sky Sports box office, right? Unless they decide to watch the DAZN feed, which has a free trial right now. So UK fans, be smart. Sign up for DAZN. Watch the Anthony Joshua, Alexander Povetkin for free, and then cancel that shit real quick. That's what you gotta do, man. Or you can catch a stream. Because that's another way to watch the fights for free. But hey, Joshua versus Alexander Povetkin this weekend pay-per-view adds to the recent Canelo versus Golovkin rematch. Also, the Wembley Showdown, which will be George Groves versus Callum Smith on ITV box office next week. Plus, Alexander Usyk and Tony Bellew will be fighting in November. And Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury will be on BT Sport pay-per-view, right? So a whole lot of pay-per-view events coming up, right? And of course, there's going to be a rematch between Dillian White and Derek Chisora, and that will likely be Sky Sports box office, right? Sky Sports box office. So this is what Eddie Hearn said. You can't say it's good for boxing because it's not. Hearn told The Guardian. We're in a strong position now because our platform is solid and proven. But what will happen is other fighters will take risks on pay-per-views that won't work. If the and of course he brings up a Frank Warren matchup, right? He brings a Frank Warren matchup. Josh Warrington versus Carl Frampton. He thinks he'd be shocked if it does 100,000 buys on pay-per-view. So Sky Sports, who seems to be consistent in their backing of Eddie Hearn fighters, you know, they just did Amir Khan versus Samuel Vargas, and Eddie Hearn is saying, you know, he barely broke even on that fight. You know, they make their money on the pay-per-view cards. That's what Eddie Hearn is saying. So what do you think about that? What do you think about that? In a recent article, World Boxing News estimated that the average fan could expect to pay at least £400 to watch every upcoming fight before the end of the new year. That's a big ask, man. Especially them UK fans, man. You know, they're not the most generous dudes either. You know, they'll catch a stream. I'm sure they will. So it is what it is, man. Eddie Hearn finds himself in a predicament where he's got to put on more and more pay-per-view events, or, you know, streamline some of his fights over to the zone, where he's basically getting an influx of cash coming out of those guys at the zone. So, anyways, I'm just bringing it up. You know, Eddie Hearn, you know, you might think he's some kind of billion-dollar man. Not exactly. Not exactly. He could barely fork out $15 million to offer to Deontay Wilder instead of a percentage split. Right? So, anyways, that's just the update for now. E-King Fight News. Let me know what you guys think. Is Eddie Hearn going broke? Is Eddie Hearn? Man, this dude Eddie Hearn, man. I don't know what to say. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you one thing. If Anthony Joshua walks into this fight with Alexander Povetkin and ends up with an L, man, Matchroom Sport is going to be, they're going to be spread out way too thin. I'll tell you that much, because they need Anthony. This is what I'm talking about. Anthony Joshua can't afford to lose. He's getting that pressure from Eddie Hearn. He's getting that pressure from Barry Hearn because they can't afford him to lose. That's the truth of the matter. What is Eddie Hearn without Anthony Joshua? Does he have any big major stars coming up? I swear the next biggest fighter he's got is fucking Katie Taylor, man. E-King Fight News. Let me know what you guys think. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we're out, man. Peace. Eddie Hearn, man. Eddie Hearn. He ain't drawing a dime. Yeah, I wonder how Dillian Whyte versus Derek Chisora will do on pay-per-view, man. I wonder how that fight would do on pay-per-view, man. Because we know it's going to be a pay-per-view. They just put Dillian Whyte versus Joseph Parker on pay-per-view, and apparently the buys weren't half bad. So we're going to see if they buy into more Dillian Whyte mismatches. But you know what? The Derek Chisora fight's going to be a good fight, man. That's going to be a good scrap. We're going to see how that plays out. And let me know what you guys think about that fight. Derek Chisora, Dillian Whyte, Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Povetkin. I got the prediction. I did a video yesterday. If you haven't caught it, check out the official prediction. Because I broke it all the way down. And I gave you the exact outcome of the fight. You guys let me know what you think. As always, smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon if you haven't already. E-King Fight News, man. Peace to everyone out here. And shout out to all the subscribers, man. Blue gloves, man. Blue gloves out here, man. Oh, I got the blue gloves, man. I got the blue gloves, man. Oh, it's Matt. What is Matt doing?